thank you everyone for coming to Words and Music Volume 2. If you were here 2 years ago, you saw the first iteration of this, and tonight we're doing it again. I'm just going to tell you people's names because I'm going to forget to do it later. Over there on guitar we've got Devine, and back here we have Henrietta Goodman. My name is Marc Beaudin. This is Greenberg on the drums, and we're really glad you are here. Welcome to the Blue Slipper. I hope you have a good time. We are going to take an intermission, and there's beer and wine upstairs, so make sure you have plenty of that during the intermission, or right now if you want. So with that, we're going to turn things over to Mr. Devine to kick us off.
Promises on the map of how things were supposed to be. Now it's just asphalt, cigarette smoke. The only destination, wait and see. Maybe we could be out on the ocean, always headed for the waters where we've been. I could just relive the day my ship finally came in, before she sailed back out again and again and again. Time is the equalizer, it all adds up the same. Gonna be a big old zero at the end, plus or minus a few, if there was something I could do to change the final answer to it too. Longing for a place I remember as beautiful, homesick for a home I never knew, and sad to leave behind another dream I thought was mine, a feeling I thought I shared with you. So maybe just a difference of perception, and there's no destination anyway. The road to broken hearts goes on forever. It's just always gonna be that way.
200 photos and not one of that black hole in the bright day. I walked outside. It swooped from the shaded metal under the awning, fluttered past my face. A bat, I thought. Or no, a butterfly. After that, I watched for it, the way I watched for the skinny cats the sign said not to feed, the one-eyed black one you named Molly. I fed them leftover tuna poke in the parking lot. I had never been so free. While you slept, I looked it up, a black witch moth. How easily the real becomes a symbol, the spirit of one who has died returning to say goodbye, appearing when something has changed or shifted in your home life. So the moth becomes the death of us, instead of a night butterfly up past bedtime, goth moth in an evening gown 7 inches across, velvet-winged eater of fruit and nectar. If she has to be something other than what she is, then let her be me in my black bikini, my whole uneasy past behind me. Let her be me the night you made drinks from tequila and basil and tiny limes, Molokai honey we found in a cupboard, dark, syrupy amber, garnished with starfruit we bought for $0.25 from a roadside stand. Let her be me drinking that glass full of stars under a sky full of stars, both of us light enough to fly.
After the memorial, driving home through rain, dodging frogs, tires hissing like the needle at the end of the song, I begin to write this poem in my head, so forget I am living it now, while you refuse to get up from your grave and flip the record.
First time I laid eyes on her, she was leaving town. I knew I'd do anything to make her stick around. So I introduced myself, asked her where she was been. She said, either I'm lost out on the road, or else I'm a fan. Stirring in my heart, and I drift away. She been a cocktail waitress in uptown bar. She sold her old memory, car. She said you're gonna spend the winter living cheap outside Wild and Ira. She said I've been down south before, never that far. I can't live any other way. It's no use trying to make drift away. She said, "Lord, won't you come along? They got a lot of joints in Mexico, play your song." Staring into her while I felt that stirring too. Maybe I'm a fool, but I've got roots, and I can't live any other way. Maybe I'll sprout wings and fly out of here someday. I've called this place home so long, it's all I know. It hurt me so to let her go. I let her drift away. Now I can't live any other way. It's no use trying to make me stay. Been through so many faces, I thought I could make my own. But for too long, feel a stirring in my bones, and I drift away. Drift away. Drift away.
I'm headless, necklace, accidental I think. No fish, just me, vertical in a blue blur. I start at clavicle, then ridges and hollows of breastbone and ribs, striations of shoulder muscle, fresh coral scrape on my shin. I'm upright in 20 feet of water, seabed out of frame, surface of false sky whelked by ripples. A shimmery ribbon wavers where my head would be. My mask keeps leaking, water covers my nose. I pull it off, kick to keep my head up. The rubber strap sticks in my hair, the snorkel twists. I stretch the mask back on. My flailing scares the fish. My fear has never looked like fear. Narrow-hipped, breastless, elbows drawn up, fists clenched, I crouch on nothing. One knee down, the other bent but straightening, foot flat in its sturdy sandal. I look like a boxer about to come up punching. Is that what you saw?
Brown grasses laid flat by still departing snow. Heavy silence of gray, pierced only by the voices of birds. Ravens and sandhills, and a single chickadee from somewhere in the mystery of a cottonwood. From one of its fallen limbs, I watch a driftboat ease past, bundled man in the bow, plying the near shore for trout that might not still exist. If not this spring, then one sometime soon. I allow the cold to creep like a hunting heron deep in my bones. Return to the car, hoping this pen still has some ink. Like fish and birds, like another spring, ink is a growing uncertainty.
remind me of Audrey Hepburn, because you make me feel like a man of steel, because you wouldn't let me be Lone Ranger. I love you just because you let me think I'm smooth like old Casanova. You'll take me as I am, more like Donald Duck. Your love is brave and loyal, just like old Grimes. I love you just because your love is true as a baby cry, because your eyes can lift the weight 10,000 men arms can hold the warmth of a July sunrise. I love you just because. Because you bring me money just like Robin Hood, because you'll never stop, you are the Energizer Bunny. I love you just because you turn me on like Las Vegas light bulb, because you rock and roll me like a 59 Queen, because you keep me dazzled like a roll. Love you just because your love is true as a baby cry, because your eyes can lift the weight 10,000 men arms can hold the warmth of a July sunrise. I love you just because. I love you just because.
I should have kept my mouth shut. When I smile, everything shows. My roundish teeth, the weird dent in my right cheek. Frozen in this unflattering pose, I'm all triangles, trapezius, bikini top. It's civil dawn. My damp hair looks chewed on. My hand, out of frame, holds coffee. The flower behind my ear, plumeria, common yellow, graveyard yellow. Also, make man flower, make, meaning dead. Each morning the blossoms glowed on the grass, 5-petaled fallen stars, cream edges, lemony yellow centers, like the spot where the sun is rising. I didn't know it mattered which ear, right, single, left, spoken for. Not knowing, I chose left. Not knowing, each morning I walked with you to the water, flat silver reflecting the sky's pale orange. The fringing reef where the waves break, too far out to sea. Could a flower make me more than what I am? I'm all the way inside this body, its wrinkles, knot from an old break on my collarbone, skin across my ribs starting to loosen. I speak for myself, of course, too much, but still, I'm yours.
Somewhere in the other world of clouds and harps, or flames and banjos, William Tell's son is kicking the shit out of Johnny Appleseed. Napoleon is studying meteorology, and Jesus misses the smell of sawdust. Custer is planning a dignified retreat, Mr. and Mrs. Beaudin are having solar panels installed, and Oppenheimer is considering a career in ballroom dance. This is what you think, anyway, sitting at this last call bar with an empty pint before you and an empty chair beside you and a phone number given in Spanish, forgotten almost before its song had faded from her lips.
Another shot, the spotted reef crab again. People eat them, but whether or not they're toxic depends on what they eat. Like your poison dart frogs, harmless among the bromeliads, fed only fruit flies. There's a video, a crab like this boiled alive in a food cart. The claws fall off, a froth like egg white gathers. The shell's so hard it requires 2 large knives. One splits, the other hammers. The first time a man broke my heart, my friend's father taught me to split wood, set me up with wedge and maul, steel toe boots and leather chaps, said picture his balls on the block. The cooked meat's still marked with red spots, the gelatinous gray and yellow gunk, butter and guts. If there's poison, heat won't get it out.
Snow has put the fire out. Valleys north of here. Earth is white and frozen, dying time of year. She left before the sunshine. Drifts have covered up her tracks. She didn't say where she's going. She ain't coming back. Somewhere south of love. Somewhere south of love. Grass is green, sunshine above. That country's south of love. Split wood in the morning. Winter's only crop. I've been my heart with whiskey, mercury drop, quicksilver blood, bright and cold. Wind comes off the snow. A southern heart can only choose to gather up and go. Somewhere south of love. Somewhere south of love. Grass is green, sunshine above. That country's south of love.
The smokestack at the funeral home is empty today. At least we have that going for us. And the early April snow has melted off, leaving black puddles that toss back the swelling flights of pigeons. A jagged window opens in the staccato sky, and by God, there's a glimmer of blue that just might change the song, playing for too long on the jukebox of my soul, replacing this sullen adagio with some heart-thumping rock and roll. A kind of windows rolled down, radio cranked, arm out the window riding the wind, song from an eternal summer of youth. That bit of blue that says the forces of hate and lies and fear and anti-poetry will not win. The maggots loose on the rotting flesh of empire will devour each other and shrivel into nothingness under the heat of the returning sun. I have a table by the window and a fresh beer on the way, and a friend's new book of poems beside me. And the pigeons just keep flying and flying with something a poet in April could justifiably mistake for joy. Thank you. Want to take a